right, good morning. Happy Sunday. We're back again. I thought it was going to be really clever and have a kind of an interesting thing here with the turret animating going around, but the keyboard was in the way, of course. Speaking of things being in the way, something on my screen. Anyway, yeah, so good morning. We're back again doing some game dev, working on Nom Defense. And yeah, I was thinking about I have like 3 working days this week, and then I'm free uh, for the rest of the year, and that I'm very excited about that. We're gonna have many more coding streams and other streams coming up. Right, so I think I showed this at one point on stream, but we got a holiday calendar. So the weekend after Thanksgiving here, we're gonna continue to have our Sunday streams. We're gonna have Tuesday coding streams in the morning, and also Wednesday and Thursday coding. Maybe not game dev. We might so glowing Telegram, getting back to the web dev stuff, working on that project because there's still a lot of things I would like to do with it. And then Thursday, I just said stream coding. It might be more glowing Telegram. It might be kind of adjacent things for the stream. We might mix up, random things in there. So at least looking at 4 morning streams a week through December, which will be exciting. A stream every day, so some game streams, a lot of GT&H as well. So that's very excited about that. One of the things I intend to do, probably over Thanksgiving, is spend more time in glowing Telegram prepping videos to go onto the VODs channel on YouTube, and trying to catch up there a little bit, because I'm about to have a even larger backlog if I don't. But yeah, so I'm gonna catch up on that. Yeah. Anyway, today though, game dev, Nom Zom Defense, and in fact, let me rename the project here. So, yeah, we can just this can be Nom Zom Defense. Click. Land do. Default repository should be Nom Defense. Let's save that. Alright, cool. So this is the project. And today I was looking at this, thinking about what we're going to do today. So I have this font. I don't think I've shown any of this on stream, and I'm not an expert at making fonts, but I think I figured out how to do it. So I have this SVG file, and it's set up so that I have my artwork that had some like sample text that I was like, oh, I like this text. And so what I've been doing is I've been was it an extension? Yeah. So it's typography extension in Inkscape to set up the canvas for making glyphs for fonts, right? And then what I'm doing is that, like, so if we look at any of the locked layers, I'm just making shapes, right? And so kind of tracing out the letters that we do have in this kind of sample. And then what I am going to do is that there are letters that aren't in this, and those are these ones. So I just grabbed some fonts, and what I'm doing is I'm trying to interpret, okay, well, that's this font. Let me make a shape that's more similar to what these are doing in terms of like how things are curved, rounded off, angled, that sort of thing, right? So I don't really know what I'm doing, but this is the project that I've been chipping away at. So all the layers that are locked are the ones that are done. So I'm maybe about halfway through. I haven't actually opened this in like a week or two. But yeah, so that is a side project that's like, okay, it's I think a cool thing to do, and it can be refined. And there's some other tooling to actually turn it into like a TTF or WAF file, actual like font file. So that is a thing I can actually do, and I practice with a little bit. But yeah, more to come on that. But it's not fun. It's kind of boring. It's something that I can do while I'm watching a video, honestly. At least for right now. And I'll probably go and refine it. Anyway, it's not what I want to do on stream today. I was looking at this. So we have this to do. Hold on. Music. It's kind of loud. Go down. Negative 30 dB. Okay. Add 3 to 4 enemy types. This could be fun to do, right? We'll just make different enemy types. So this is kind of a sketch of the different enemy types we could do. So I think, Scout Zombie, it's faster, but lower health. It's a little bit smaller versus a Sprinter that is way faster, that's not lower health. This part will be interesting, right? So I guess, yeah, occasional speed bursts. So it's sprinting on occasion could be a fun, like, we'll write some code to implement that, I guess. Boss zombie, unique visual appearance. So I think we could get away with using the same model, and just potentially we can start doing some work on the texture for the skin for these, because so right now what we have is so we changed the survivor entity so that we could swap out the skin. We haven't done that with the zombie, the base enemy. So we could do that to swap out the texture, change the scale, right, to make it bigger or smaller. And that will, I think, accomplish a lot of what we want to do here, rather than trying to we'll make custom models for each zombie. I don't think is necessary to achieve this. So I think what we'll do is we have these nice resource files, T-res files for each of the enemies. We don't have them yet, but we can make them, right? We have one here. Let me just go into Godot. All right, so yeah, the turret I did work on a little bit last week after the stream. What I ended up doing, just kind of as a follow-on from last week, it's basically the same, but in Blender, what I ended up doing was I changed the do we want to just look? Can we open that in let's see, assets, models, turret, open an external program? Will that actually properly open Blender? Nice. What was the shortcut key for that, actually? I probably want to know that. Control Alt E. Okay, sure. Control Alt E. Or I have Control and Alt over here somewhere too. It's one of these. I forget. I don't use it a lot. But what I ended up doing is I created an empty, right? So we have the top mesh for the top. Imagine that here. But we also have an empty that we can also rotate, which also rotates the top. So we have two independent things we can rotate together. And what that lets us do, no, I don't want to save, is actually animate one. I think we're animating this one. And then the code controls this one. And then we, rather than doing like a animation tree and blending stuff that I haven't completely figured out yet, I'm just kind of doing it by hand, right? So we reset the animation when we want to manually control, and then we turn the turret yaw in code, and the animation touches the top, right? So they don't try to animate over each other. And there's probably better things I could be doing there. It occurred to me after the fact that maybe what I really wanted to do was use a tween to do some of the things that I'm calculating manually. And also probably some kind of blending of values would make sense. And then like the tween would be on a variable that gets blended into the animation or something. I don't know. I will have to figure that stuff out eventually. But anyway, that is a future me problem. Okay, so what we're going to do now, though, is we are going to work on this issue. I'm going to assign it to me, and we're going to create a branch as we do. Which means this needs to refresh. Start working on issue. What were those other options? Summarize with Copilot, suggest a fix with Copilot, assign to coding agent. Neat. Okay. Not going to do any of that. I want to do some stuff myself. To be fair, this is probably something because we've done enough of the setup of things that Copilot could probably pretty effectively do, at least in terms of not the visual parent stuff, but in terms of creating the resource files, right? But we can do this pretty quickly if I would just get on with it. So config enemies. Right, so here we have basic zombie and slightly bigger zombie. And are we using... I guess we are using underscores, so it's kind of weird that these are not. Let's how does it break things if I rename the file? Basic zombie. Now, if I go into the code and I search for basic... Ooh, it looks like it did, in fact, work. Okay. So we have some stuff in the README about that we could also update, I guess. Basic zombie. Cool. But yeah, it looks like it updated the scenarios with the updated name of the resource, which is good. Okay, so slightly bigger zombie is going to get renamed. That is going to be the boss zombie. There we go. And then we're going to make tank zombie, sprinter zombie, and scout zombie. And so we're just going to create a new resource. It is going to be a... I don't think it's zombie, it's just like enemy, right? Enemy type. Scout zombie. Tank zombie. And sprinter zombie. And then what I'll do is I'll go through and kind of refine settings. I think the question is going to be, do we have all the settings accessible here? Like if we look at this resource, basic zombie, enemy type, basic zombie, just an ordinary zombie. And what we do is we link to a scene. with the whole setup, right? So if we like open the scene, like so, this is the enemy scene that we have, which has an enemy, it has an attack, it has a health, various other things in it. Okay, there we go. So then there are gameplay properties, which are hit points and speed and scale multiplier and damage amount. Okay, so I think the way, like, if we look at what is now called boss zombie, yeah, scale multiplier is increased, and then we have speed and things. So this is reminding me of things, which is that we made this so that when we instantiate the enemy, we actually pull the values out of the resource, we instantiate the scene, and then we update the things in the scene with the values from here. Now, it's fine. It's what it is. That error is interesting, but I'm gonna ignore that for now. Okay, so let's update this guy. Boss zombie. Boss zombie. Maybe in an ideal world, the type would just come from the name of the file? I don't know. Big boss zombie. Okay. So we have all of these. I didn't know. Yeah, that's just their definition of the resource. So we have a scout zombie. And I don't have any notes about kind of descriptions or anything, although to be fair, neither the name or the description, like this stuff doesn't show up in the game, at least right now. Scout zombie. Scout zombie. So I guess what we can do is we can take kind of the description here. And then we're just going to use the same scene, right? So I think one of the things I might consider is having the ability to override the skin from the resource so that I don't have, like, I can use the same scene for all of these zombies until I get to the point where we need to have some custom behavior, right? So I was saying before, the sprinter zombie, talking about here, occasional speed burst. So that's a behavioral change. Special behavior spawns minions, AoE attack. So maybe that's a special, like that might be a different scene that we'll use for the boss eventually. And then there was another note somewhere here. Protect other zombies. Now, is that an emergent behavior? Like, is that a thing that happens because it's tankier and it might be in front of other zombies, allowing them to get closer? Or is that a specific behavior? I'm going to go with the former, right? So that I don't have to do extra work. So we'll have a couple that will probably need to have a way to add additional behaviors or like code things. but we'll have several that we don't need to code anything. It's the same model, the same scene, the same code, just sized differently with a different skin. So yeah, I think that's what we will do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and I'm going to update the resource files here, and we're going to get all the text in here, and then we will go back and set up all of the values that we want to set, and then we're going to change the resource to allow us to override the skin, the texture for the zombie, and then we'll go from there, because then we'll have to do some art, I guess, at that point. Okay, so sprinter zombie, sprinter zombie, and then we are saying that sprinter zombie I'm just going to use the role as the description here. Okay. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 types in total. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the basic one. Okay, so that scout, sprinter, tank. Tank, zombie. Load, enemy. Okay. So we have our initial set of enemy types. And then what? Okay, so I was going to change enemy type resource. Okay, I think the first thing I will do here is we are going to make a commit with the changes so far. Not exactly. Let's start with the changes that we did for basic zombie. And I guess if we rename this, that will also affect the scene. So we will take these and the scenario scene changes. Okay. Yeah, there you go. All right. And we'll refine those. That's right. I still need to go back and add the numbers. So we might do that first. Let's add a... Yeah, potentially audio properties are a thing. Visual properties. Not a color, but we can have a skin material. Is it a material? Let's take a look at the enemy scene here. We have character medium that has surface 0, which is a material. So yeah, I think the enemy can have a material that we will set on the mesh. I'm just noticing that we don't... Well, let's see. Let's open the script for enemy. Character... Really? We don't refer to character medium, the mesh? That's interesting. We're going to want to. So on ready for mesh instance is I mean, honestly, so first of all, do we actually refer to character medium anywhere? Okay, well, in the scene, of course. The Okay, so that's fine. I'll just keep on doing that. I could rename it to Mesh Instance 3D, but we called it Character Medium because that's what came from the Blender file. And I don't want to start changing random things, so we'll leave that as is. Skin material. That's fine. We could have more things. It's true. Where do we use this? How does this work? So in the enemy, we have a method called load resource. And what load resource does is it says, hey, when we're ready, read the things out of the resource and set them on this node in this part of the scene tree. Right, so then we can just say update the skin material if specified. So if resource.skin material and mesh instance set surface override material to be that. I think that will work. Right, and so that should override surface 0 with whatever's in here. So like if I load, yeah, that just works. Okay, cool. So now we have a way, like we can, if we just want the default skin, we don't have to do anything in the resource file. If we want to override it, we can provide our own material, and that will override at runtime the skin. Okay, so circling back to the thing that I need to do, we got to set up the all the stats. This is probably a thing where I want to just like side by side this. Do we want to? There we go. And no, that's as narrow as that pane gets. Can we? Okay, we can go that far. Okay, I guess there is a minimum width on that region. Do these numbers make sense, right? So if we look at basic zombie now, its speed is 10. Which is a decent speed. Its damage amount is 1, is very small. I feel like the ratios that we have set up here are right, but maybe the scale is wrong, at least for the speed. I might like 10x everything here, because 40 should be very fast. We also don't tweak damage cooldown in any of this, which might be something that we could tweak. Also, unspecified in this design is XP rewards, obstacle attack range, target desired distance. We do have health, so that's good. We don't have scale either, but we can kind of intuit what's going to make sense here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to edit this. No, I'm going to edit this. And we're just going to 10x. We're going to remove the decimal on speed. Excuse me. That's good, because now the boss zombie will be half of kind of the speed we have for zombies right now. And the basic zombie will be 50% faster than it currently is, which I think is fine. For health and damage, I think what we'll do... Hey, Brainless. Welcome in.
Brainless Society just got here first and is awesome.
Both are true. Both are true. We're just tweaking our zombies. How am I? I'm doing all right. I was saying earlier, and I've said numerous times at this point, but I'm very excited. I have 3 working days, 3 working days left this week, and that's it for the year, barring an occasional checking in with the team and such. But yeah, excited about that. And we'll have lots of time to do game dev stuff and playing games and all that, which is the thing I've been this weekend especially attending to. Actually, after work and before work, all the days last week on the Minecraft server, keeping the fusion coil production going so that we can finally fix our power situation, which has been really bad. Let's get rid of the word optional there because we are going to do that. Yeah, so I think what I was going to say here, though, is that I think what I'll do is I'm pretty happy with the ratios here between the different zombie types. So the tuning is then going to be how durable are the survivors and how much damage do turrets and things do and how strong are defenses, and just kind of tuning on that side, because I feel like the ratio here is pretty good. And yeah, I don't know, we'll see. Oh, we do have a scrap amount. Do we? Okay, we do have scrap reward. I wonder, do we need to figure out what we want to do for XP reward? I should probably do that now, right? Can we come up with a system for determining XP reward? It should just be like health and speed. Do we want to just say maybe 1 XP per health? Just ignore the other stats and just be like, just make it proportional to health. Let's do that as a start. We can, it's all subject to change. I guess the other thing is that like we could I don't know, we have both of these stats right now, right? We have scrap, which is what you use to build stuff, and you have XP, which allows you to unlock things. Those could be combined into one thing, right? Where you get scrap and you can spend it to unlock tech, or you could spend it to build. I think, yeah, I don't know. On the other hand, I mean, it makes sense, at least to me, to have them be separate things. But right now, you carry forward both scrap and like you earn XP and you level up, and then you earn scrap, and you can carry both of those within a save between levels. And in fact, you can replay the same level over and over again to get more scrap. And I wonder if that should be allowed. Maybe scrap should be reset back to 0 on start of each scenario, so you don't carry it forward. But then XP that you earn contributes to your level. You probably, and then the question is, do you carry all your XP forward, or only when you level up do you carry that forward? Don't know. It's a lot of questions. You know, I unfortunately have made it kind of annoying Oh, you know what? Here's what we can do. We can create a draft item on the project. Think about whether scrap should carry between scenarios. Create a draft. But we can't see it because it's not in phase 2. Okay, we don't need that filter. We can't put a milestone on a draft item, can we? No, of course not. Okay. Anyway. But yeah, so we're working on this. We should probably put that into in progress now. Okay. Back to putting in numbers. Okay, so hit points 50. This is our basic zombie. Did I ask though, Brainless, how are you doing today? If I didn't, how are you doing today? Speed 15. Damage amount 10. We'll leave damage cooldown alone for now. Scrap reward will be 15. XP reward will be 50. Isn't that? No. Oop. I thought one of those was my numpad. Not that. Didn't I have a overlay for hold on one second. Do I still have my keyboard map? Oh, it minimized itself. Yeah, I know. Can you... Oh, I don't need that. I thought, yeah, I guess I never fixed that issue, did I? One second. Sudo, I don't know, chmod 077. 1 second. You're not allowed to see me type my password. Alright. That back on. Doing well, editing a short video birthday message for your brother. Nice. Yay, alright. So, yeah, that should be the number pad. Yeah, that's nav. This is number pad, so... Five zero. Does nothing. And then we'll leave those stats alone. Anyway, moving right along. Boss zombie is the one here on the bottom. Speed of 5, even slower. Damage amount 25. Damage cooldown. Scrap reward 100. XP reward. Where did 876 come from? 500. Boop, 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 boop. Hit points 500. All right. That should be really interesting. Okay, Scout Zombie. Scout. Health of 25, actually. 25. Speed of 30. Damage of 5. Scrap reward 8. XP reward 25. Okay. Sprinter. The Sprinter has a speed of 40, a health of 50, damage amount of 10, scrap reward of 15, XP reward of 50. Okay. And then the tank. The tank has a health of 150, a speed of 10, a damage of 15, a scrap reward of 30, XP of 150. Okay. That's that. Okay. So I think what could be good is if we could make a third level, or maybe just like a test level, where we spawn in all the zombies. And then we have like a single survivor that has like 1,000,000 health or something. Just to be able to see all the things. That could be good, right? How do we make a level again? Stages, scenarios, right? We just make a scene, right? Right, we just make a scene. What's up with the camera? Shouldn't be a camera in there. Is this a show and file system? There we go. Canal bridge. I mean, this is from a Blender file, so clearly when I made the scene in Blender, boop, 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 boop. There we go. Oh, why did I? Okay, I don't want to do that. I want to Control Shift or Control Alt E. Nope. Yeah, it's Control Alt E. Control Alt E. Export. Okay, so interesting. We have a conflicting key binding from my custom tech tree editor thing. Anyway, oh, it's hidden. Yeah, it's hidden, but it was imported. Okay, don't save. This is a when we imported this file. We should have nodes visible only. Don't take in cameras. If we re-import, this could be good. Well, it's no longer super bright white for whatever reason it was. Okay, this is fine. Anyway, getting sidetracked. Let's keep track of what we're doing here. So what happened here? So we changed these settings. It's unrelated things that we're going to throw into this PR. Basic zombie, boss zombie, enemy type, resource scouts. Okay, enemy. So that didn't... But we probably need to save things. There we go. It's like that should have changed something, and it did. Okay, let's commit that. Great. Okay. So I wanted to make a test scenario, right? Yeah. So this is just an instance of stage scenario, and then it has enemy spawner. Maybe I'll just like duplicate the existing scene. We'll call it scenario test. We'll open that. And we are going to strip out all the interesting things out of this. Bye-bye campfire. What were you? Is this the ground? Oh, it is the ground. Okay. Then we'll get rid of a survivor. We'll just have one survivor. Interesting. We should make it so that we can customize the hit points of the survivor. I'm thinking. But it's fine. Okay, so we have a bunch of waves. Fortunately, we have exactly as many waves as we have types of zombies. Ooh, let's do this. Let's delete all of these things. We're gonna set up this. We're gonna rename this to be scenario test. We are going to select a different environment. We're gonna select daytime bright. Wave 1 is gonna have no delay. Max enemies will be whatever. Enemy types is an array with all the enemy types in it. So we have basic, we have scout, we have tank, we have sprinter and boss. Enemy counts. Give me 10 of each. Spawn interval 1, sure. Spawn area will be just the ground. Should the scenario... Oh yeah, this was for the campfire or something, wasn't it? No, it's for... Okay, that's fine. And then we have to do something to make this scenario loadable. Maybe in Scenario Manager? Okay. Seems fine. Now let's see, can we load that? Will more zombies continue to spawn? Yes. Now the only visual variation we have here is with the boss zombie that is 50% larger. So that's that. We will essentially spawn 10 of each type, right? For a total of 50 zombies. And they don't have anywhere to path to because they immediately took out the survivor. I do have an open issue, by the way, to make it so that the nameplate, the thing that has like the durability and stuff for things, will not be tiny if you're far away, so that there's a minimum size or something. I guess then we'll have to have something where it's like if we're zoomed out far enough, it just goes away. We don't see it. Can we? Okay, we can make this faster. Okay, but I guess we've spawned all 50. We can't move around when we're in the game over situation. We can actually place turrets, but they're not going to do a whole lot, just because, well, we haven't balanced the turrets against the health of the zombies. They're doing like 1 damage to a zombie that has 50 health. So anyway, it's kind of funny. Like you can place stuff at game over, but you can't move the camera. Probably shouldn't be able to do anything. Let's take a note here. Bug. Should not be able to place remove obstacles after game over victory. Okay. So if we want to continue having a test scene like this, I need to make it so that I can make the survivor survive. Honestly, I might want like a debug mode where I can actually drive the survivor around. Could be good. Okay, so let's commit all of the zombie related stuff that we've done. There we go. And then we'll commit our test scene, our test scenario. Great. And then we need an ability to override the target's health. So we have the ability to specify overrides. I don't think I need to export category right now. We'll just add health override. Yeah, we can do that. Probably want to do this here. Like if we've established that we do have the health component, we can say if health override and health. That's silly because we're already in a condition. We would be if we were nested. There we go. If health override is greater than 0, health hit points equals health override. I guess we should call it hit points override. Yep, that. Okay, so now when we put the survivors into the scene, we can override how many hit points they have. That'll be good. That'll be helpful, right? So we can take our survivor here and we can say hit points override is a billion or something, a sufficiently large number. And when we run the game, start the game and select our test scenario, these zombies are going to do nothing to this guy. So we can basically just see them all pathing. Yeah. And then we could do something like place turrets. Oh, I'm out of scrap. We need some kind of like cheats or debug UI. Add debug UI to give scrap, XP, unlock, all tech, etc. But at least this way we can continue to like you know, move the camera around and stuff. The game is still is not we've not lost, right? Because our survivor is surviving. This is great. I like it. I like the zombie mosh pit that's going. What's your deal, guy? You seem to be having issues down there. Man, you took some. Oh, you. Oh, right. So when we have the turrets, they will target the turrets. Oh, I'm out of scrap now. What's going on here? Oh, we got some buried zombies here. Oopsie. What's gonna happen now? The zombies are pushing our survivor off the edge of the world. There isn't real gravity. Like the zombies are walking on. Oh, it's ad time. All right, well we're gonna stop here for a couple minutes. I'll return in like 3 minutes.